Welcome back to a very special edition of the Life of Zachary Long. I have a great guest with me. I'm very excited to have her on. Um, a little bit about this guest. I'm so grateful that she's here because I have a lot of respect for this guest. Somebody that I enjoy to be around. Um, you know, and even though I may hate on her sometimes, troll her a little bit. I do actually enjoy her company, and I'm grateful that she's here. But I'm gonna let her tell you guys a little bit more about herself.
I'm Kate, and I am an elementary education major, and um, I like calendars that have fun things on
That's awesome.
them.
That's awesome, Kate. Elementary ed major. Wow, I actually did not know that about you.
True fact.
So that is great. This is our future teacher right here. I think she'll do wonders for the next generation. Um, just from personally knowing her, I think she's gonna do great things. But I'm gonna start with the first question.
Okay.
What do you what do you think um, Women's History means to you? Like, what does Women's History Month mean to you?
Women's History Month to me means it's a month where Zach is nice to me sometimes. Um, but it also means more of our school assignments are women's themed. Just kidding. It just, I don't know, extra time thinking about women in history.
That's such a
Pretty
great
simple answer.
that's a great answer, Kate. And nice to you. I would say, I'm always nice to you, but you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
okay, maybe not always, but anywho, yes, women's history, great history. What would you say, like, who are your three biggest role models for you, like in your life?
Um, my Grammy,
Mm.
she is, well, my dad's mom. She is always, she makes the best food. She is always singing and dancing and having a good time.
Mm.
At every wedding, she and my dad danced to Little Red Corvette by Prince.
Mm.
She's just a really good time, and yeah, I she always listens and she always prays over me and gives me good um, Christian advice when I come to her. I also second biggest. Okay, not in order because they're all really significant to me.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, obviously.
Shut up.
Yeah, she is. Wait, did you say women role models or just role models?
Role models in general.
Okay.
But you can do women role models too.
Okay. All right. Well, my mom, she has everything put together all the time. She's always managing everybody's schedules.
Mm-hmm.
She's always walking me through how to fill out forms, and I'm really impressed with that. I mean, she's been doing it a little longer than I have, for sure. But I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
man, at what point did you get all of that together? Because I don't know about it. Um, and then my dad's a really big role model for me. He is just always cracking jokes and goofing around. Like he's one time he got in a car accident and he was making jokes to all of us. He's always, well, first off, he said that he was in a really bad accident
Mm-hmm.
to trick my mom because he's just a little mischievous like that. But he's always joking and making sure everybody around him is having a good time.
Mm. That's awesome. That sounds like a good person. Making sure everyone's having a great time around them. That's
Mm-hmm.
pretty cool. You do that a little bit, Kate. I guess. Um, you know, but anyway, I already told them you're fun to be around, so I won't keep harping on that. Uh, uh, as a young woman, what do you think are some of the things that you want to, like, what would be some advice that you would have for a young woman?
Mm, I think um, I'm gonna give this one a good
Okay.
thought. um, a few things I struggled with a lot were just confidence um, and I'm to the point where I'm still working on it. I still struggle, but God made you perfect, and anything that you don't like about yourself is something you're saying you could do better than God. And I think that um, it's a lie to tell yourself that you weren't made perfect. And I think that's something that you should work on. I'm working on it. Not working on it is like, but yeah, just keep in mind. Also, don't sell yourself short, because there were a lot of times where I was like, well, this is the best I'm gonna get. Might as well, accept it. But there's something better out there. Um, you, I mean, if it's grades, you can study. You can get it done.
Mm-hmm.
If it's friends, you deserve friends that treat you like they're worth your time and treat you with respect and love.
Mm-hmm.
And there are better people out there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to settle for friends that just hang around. You should settle. You should go after friends who really put time aside for you and listen. Same goes with dating too. I tried to settle because I was like, man, it's not going great. You gotta accept what there is. But God puts people in your life um, that are right for you and that He knows are going to build you up and not tear you down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so glad that I didn't settle, because my friends now, my boyfriend now, they just treat me so wonderfully and they make me feel so loved.
That's awesome, Kate. I'm glad that you're surrounded with people that support you and love you. Um, that was really good advice, honestly. I think, like, definitely confidence is a struggle for a lot of people. I would even have to say it for myself. It's like it struggles sometimes.
I'd never be able to tell.
Thanks, Kate. But anyway, that was some great advice right there. What do you? I have another question. What do you think? Um, what is one thing you think people should do to um, can like highlight women even more?
um, I think just thank your mom more often. My mom, she cleans the house, and then she's like, I don't think anybody even notices, but I notice, and it even just saying thank you. I mean, good job. The kitchen looks really nice. You put a lot of good work into that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, it means something that somebody's noticing the effort that people are putting in.
That's a good answer right there. I think like definitely we need to highlight the women in our lives better. I try my best with my mom, or like even my grandma. I just feel like, hey, like thank you, for this and that and the third, and try not to just also just based off of monetary gain. Like if I get a gifts like headphones or something big, like just the littlest thing. So I appreciate the little things. That was a good segment there, Kate. um, so for you, I know you mentioned God. So as a woman of God, what are some of the hardest parts of being a woman of God in today's society?
Um, For me, it's it's having the wisdom on when to step in and say something. Because the Bible calls us to correct and love. I don't think we're not called to condemn. We're just called to point out. But it's specific to that if we're surrounded by believers, we should want to see them succeed and want to see them do the right things. And so I think we're called to help our brothers and sisters in Christ and do it in love. Don't do it in, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're doing that, Zach. That's ridiculous.
For sure.
But there's a time to be kind and there's a time to be firm. And I think that being honest with someone is the most loving thing you can do. It's not loving to be really annoyed with somebody and not say anything to them about it, but say stuff to everyone around them about it, everyone around you about it. That's not kind. That's just one-sided. And in that case, being honest with them about how you feel and what you feel like they should do differently, or just being honest with yourself about what you need to do differently in that situation is the most loving thing you can do.
Wow. I didn't really think about that like that. But yeah, that's deep, honestly. I feel like, it's easy today to just call someone out and just be like, hey, you're doing this wrong, but at the same time, we can't be like that because, we're supposed to be slow to speak and quicker to listen.
Yes.
So, I'm not gonna lie, me, I talk a lot. Obviously, that's why I have a podcast. But, I definitely am working on listening more, and not just going straight right in. Or because a lot of the times, the reason I talk a lot is because I get excited. When I talk to people, I get excited. Like, even talking to you, Kate, I get excited to talk to you, Kate. I get excited because I'm like, man, boom. And, I feel like while you talk a lot, I feel like sometimes it can be intimidating for people to have a conversation with you because it's like, well, is he gonna let me get some words in? Is he gonna is he gonna breathe? So, but as episodes that I've been working on, it's part of the reason why, I want to start having guests on here, or I've had guests on here because, I don't want it just to be me yapping this whole time. I want to learn, I'm already learning a lot from you right now, Kate. Just you being here, because I think one of the things you do well is like your presence is really like it can be felt in our honors class. The way you carry yourself in your group, and I think that's really cool that you're able to hold your beliefs, stay strong in your beliefs, but at the same time, as well as just steer your group project in such a way that it's going to be great. For those who don't know, me and Kate are actually in 2 classes together, and we're in one class where, we're both doing group projects, but her project is going to be really good. I think her group, they got something really good going for them, so they'll have a great project. I can't wait to watch it.
I'm excited to watch yours and replay the video evidence of you saying that.
Okay. Maybe I just won't post this, guys. You guys just won't see this. But anyway, no, honestly. Let me see. Man. What would you say for you is one of the coolest things about being a young woman that goes to Salisbury University?
Meeting a whole bunch of people and doing a whole bunch of things. There's so many campus activities, and I like to be involved, but I also get overwhelmed with being involved very easily. Um, I am very much recharged by being around other people, and so I'm never like stuck at home or stuck in my dorm. Um, like, what am I gonna do with all this time? Because there's soap bingos and there's I have friends, uh, like Zach and a few others on campus, and there's just always somebody or something to fill my time with.
That's a great answer, Kate. I just want everybody to know that the reason she looked at me like that is not because I said she doesn't have any friends. I've never said that. I've never said that. I've never said that. Okay, Kate has friends. I'll say it on video. Kate has friends. You know. Now if she brings this video up to me in about 2 weeks, just know everyone, I did not say that. But yes, she has friends. Cause she's a cool person to be around. Everybody like Kate. We met in the second semester, and I feel like I've known you for like 3 years. Cause our dynamic is just so cool. Like it's so fun. Like it's probably like our back and forth is probably one of the best I think I've ever had in like a friendship. It's just really good. Cause I be arguing with a lot of people, but like we have a great, especially like female friend wise, I think we have the best like back and forth dynamic I think I've had. So I appreciate that. Now, all my male friends out there, we got better arguing dynamics. Shout out to some white. Ah, anyway, um, you know, and Dave and Hyman, you guys too. So you guys don't feel left out. Anyway, all jokes aside, Kate, one thing that I think you touched on there was like how you never get like tired of like sitting around. And I think like that's pretty cool, like that you're not complacent about anything, you know. You just wanna just go. And you did mention that it can get a little overwhelmed at times. So kinda like go more in depth of like how it really makes you overwhelmed.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of clubs available, and a lot of them sound really fun. But if I'm in more than two at a time,
Mm-hmm.
or more than, well, I'm in more than two, but if I'm consistently going to more than two at a time, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have enough time to get anything else done.
Mm-hmm.
Because homework and time with my friends and time to eat, that's important too.
Yeah.
Um, and those are things I value above all my clubs, and homework probably falls at the bottom of the ladder, but it's still a pretty high ladder. I definitely get all of my homework done. For real. No sarcasm.
That's great, Kate. I'm glad you get all your work done. Um, I mean, honestly, it's something to expect. You know, I'm not gonna say that part because I'm just gonna ask you a question. But what does, how does being in the Clark's Honors College, how does that feel for you?
um, it's a great opportunity to meet other people. I like the humanities classes. The fairy tales class is very interesting to me. It has me research things that I probably wouldn't put in much effort at all to be researching.
Mm,
Um, Honors 111, I did a lot of research I probably would not have ever done in my whole life.
hmm
Um, it's a good bit of extra work, but I think the satisfaction from being like, oh my gosh, I can do that, is rewarding at times.
That I could feel you on that because it's like you sometimes have to remind yourself. You're like, dang, I'm really in honors.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. And I can't wait to see what you do, Kate, um, as you continue to go through honors because I'm sure you have so many great things cooked up in honors, you know.
Mhm.
Um, but honestly, yeah, like that's really cool, you know, honors college. When you applied for the honors college, were you like, did you think you were gonna make it, or did you know like, hey, I got this, I'm gonna make it?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I applied in the um on one of the like new student days,
Oh,
where they had desserts. That was really what drew me in. They said they had free desserts, and I was like, that sounds really good. So I went for the desserts, and they were like, all you need to do to apply is write one pair. Wait, we're dropping the essay. You just have to fill out this form, and I did that, and I was not sure if I was going to get in. I just did it to see if I could.
mm,
It was not my plan to be in honors,
mm.
but those darn desserts are my weakness. It's kind of a silly reason to be in honors.
No, that's not really silly. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, they do feed us good. I will say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like going into the house and just, you know, taking some donuts or, you know, take some chocolate out of there or something.
Yeah.
You know, and one thing I love about honors is how, like you said, like how you get to meet new people, how nice everybody is. Like, I didn't expect like to come here and everybody just embrace me with such open arms, embrace who I am, embrace my personality. Even you, Kate. Uh, you know, and I think that's important because I feel like now, like, um, especially people like Dr. Basham, she makes everybody feel seen. You know,
Mm-hmm.
she makes everybody feel heard, and I think that's what's important in, you know, a place like honors. Because I'm not gonna lie, we take some hard classes. Like 111 was tough. I'm not gonna lie,
Yes.
it was a tough class, especially I think coming out of high school. You don't really do anything like that, so it's tough. But you know, we made it through.
Yes, we did.
We did make it through. But um, you know, I did have another question for you, Kate. You
Mm-hmm.
know, what is something that you're really looking forward to at for the rest of the semester? What's something you're really looking
Summer break.
forward
um, no, my film class. I'm really excited about. Uh, I just like all the movies. I'm excited for the movies that we have left to watch.
to?
And I kind of do enjoy the projects for that class. I like to put some extra thought into the movies that I just kind of watched without a second thought.
That's a great answer, Kate. Honestly, yeah, like it has changed my whole perspective on movies now. For like instead of just mindlessly watching movies, like
Mm-hmm.
to break them down and to, you know, write about them, it's really cool. You know, you also could have just said, you know, me and Doug are in there, and you know, we have a blast.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't want to feed your ego too much.
okay, okay. You know what, Kate? You can leave. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah. I'm happy that I took that class. You know, when I first signed up for it, I didn't know like at all how it was gonna be, but I'm very happy about it, and I think it's a really fun class so far. Shout out to Professor Johnson.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to Doug, and
Shout out to Doug.
shout out to Kate. You know, because you know I give her a lot of credit. Like she joined us in the back corner when she totally didn't have to. Like I would understand. Like, you know, I mean, she didn't really. I mean, she really didn't know both of us that well, to be honest. I mean, when I asked you to join us, we had only known each other for like 3 weeks or something like that. But that shows like the humbleness of you to just like, you know, go back there, and then I mean, we're having a blast. Well, Doug is. I'm not.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding. We're having a blast, and you know, it's more fun to watch movies when I have Doug on one side and then Kate on the other, because I can just, you know, I can just whisper or make little motions in the back. I don't talk that much during movies, guys. I promise.
Only enough to be talked to by the professor about it.
Okay, okay. You know what,
Just
Kate?
kidding.
you know. But it's definitely fun, and I think it's definitely cool, like to, because when I first met you, I didn't think we were gonna be friends, but then I will say like one thing that I was like, man, like she's cool was like you would always like wave at me, and we had only known each other for like 2 days, and you'd always wave at me. I thought, you know what, she's very nice. Let me go ahead and be mean to her. Let me just, I'm, I'm kidding, guys. I was very nice to Kate on our very first interactions, and then I saw the person she was, and then I was like, she's just mean, and I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Please, please, please don't clip that out of context. Kate is awesome. Okay, that's why she's on the show. Because she's awesome. I will say sometimes. But anyway, what would you say, Kate, is like um one of your favorite things to do?
Um, Spend time with my boyfriend. We watch movies and go on hikes, and sometimes I can convince him to do a craft with me. It's not hard. He'll do whatever I ask him to with me,
Mm-hmm.
but we like to play Minecraft together,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes Fortnite.
Mm.
Um, yeah, he he's really goofy, and he makes me laugh a lot, and it's always a very fun time.
That's awesome. Shout out to Kate's boyfriend.
Yeah.
You know, seems like a chill guy.
Shout out to Cord.
Oh, that's his name. Shout out to hey,
Cord.
shout out to him. Seems like a great guy, honestly. Yeah, and I've seen the pictures. You guys are a really nice couple, I will say. Very nice, very
Thank you.
nice. He's cool, you're not. But
He
anyway,
is cool.
you know, really great, really great. There was one more question I wanted to ask. You know, oh, now I have it. It popped into my brain. What is one thing that you really want to like work on for the rest of 2026? Like, what's one thing? It's like, I gotta get this. I gotta get this going.
Okay, I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
We'll play the Jeopardy music in the back.
Oh right. Yeah. Okay. I would like to do better about praying more. I pray a good bit, but I definitely want to do more of it. I feel like, the verse, pray continuously or pray without ceasing. Got to get on that.
For sure. Well, that's very honest, honestly. Like that's very honest, and I think, you'll get that done. You could also pray about praying more. I know that
Oh
sounds.
my gosh,
I know.
that's brilliant.
I know, like that sounds inherently. It sounds like crazy, but at the same time, it's like you be like, you get asked like for ways to like, you know, to pray more and things of that nature. Like, because God speaks to us, in so many ways. It's honestly it's insane to see like how He just like speaks to us, and you hear something, you're like, wow, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
But anyway, Kate, I want to say how appreciative I am that you're on the pod today. For this first episode of the Women's History Month special. I wanted to. One thing I really wanted to go with this is I wanted to show my audience, because it's mostly males. I'm not gonna lie. But it.
It's okay. I'll get your viewers up.
Oh, thanks,
Your
Kate.
female viewers up.
Thanks, Kate. I appreciate that. But like I wanted to like, show a wide variety of perspectives, because I can't touch on being a young woman in society. I can't touch on being a young woman of God in society. Like I can only touch on like what I know, or what like my experiences in life, And I'm sure, sometimes my viewers like get tired of like me always releasing videos. So, uh, and to show you guys more variation, that not only do we have like, yes, we have the consistent specials, the very consistent specials with all my guys, and we're laughing, we're joking, having all this time, but to also show you guys like, hey, like we have people like Kate who are smart, cool, and just very humble and fun to be around, and it's so great to have you on and to have your perspective, Kate. So I really appreciate you being on here, Kate, and taking time out of your day.
Thank you. I appreciate you for inviting me.
Anytime, Kate. Anytime.
Yeah.
you know? I'm sorry, guys. That did really sound sarcastic. I forgot the camera was rolling. No, I didn't.
Wow, this is really not very positive.
Okay, okay. I'm just kidding, And don't worry, guys. Like, I'm not just gonna have female guests on here just cause it's Women's History Month. Like, that defeats the purpose of what I was trying to achieve. Like, I'm not just gonna have female guests for this month and then in April I'm like, all right, back to all consistent specials, back to all just me. No, that's not how it's gonna go. Like, if Kate ever wants to come back on, she can. She's more than welcome to in any month of the year. Maybe. In any month of the year, and share her perspective if her perspective has changed on anything, or to give any updates or anything. But with that being said, I'm gonna wrap up. It's been a good word. I appreciate you guys for watching this video. And I want to let you guys know that I love you guys. Kate, anything to say to the viewers? Okay, we're gonna end it there. Bye, guys.